situation in hand, which is... That's the trouble with you youngsters, said DL sadly. No time to smell the flowers along the way. All right, sit rep. Foot patrol officer reported seeing a man in number 3 with a gun. Passed on the info to a patrol car who called in for instructions. What do you make of it so far? The fat man had moved into playful mode. It's guessing game time, thought Pascoe. Robbery? Hardly worth it in Mill Street, unless you were a particularly thick villain. The residents had long been rehoused, and the only surviving small businesses were Crofts and Wills, patent agents at number 6, and Orrock Video at number 3. OK, so there might be a man with a gun in there, Pascoe said, losing patience. Are you going to rush him single-handed? Not now there are 2 of us. But you always were a bugger for the subtle approach, so let's start with that. So saying, the fat man rose to his feet, picked up a bullhorn and bellowed, All right, we know you're in there. We've got you surrounded. Come out with your hands up, and no one will get hurt. He scratched himself under the armpit, then sat down again. After a moment's silence, Pascoe said, I can't really believe you said that, sir. Why not? Used to say it all the time way back before all this negotiation crap. Did anyone ever come out? Not as I recall. Pascoe digested this, then said, This weapon, what was it? Shotgun? Handgun? And what was this putative gunman actually doing? Come on, Andy, what's the sodding problem? Even diplomatic reticence had its limits. Yon's the sodding problem, said the fat man. He pointed towards the police patrol car parked a little way along from his own vehicle. And all became clear. Coiled around the rear wheel with all the latent menace of a piece of bacon rind lay a familiar lanky figure. Oh, God. That's right. Only contact with this gunman so far has been Constable Hector. Police Constable Hector is the albatross round mid-Yorkshire Constabulary's neck. He survives because, in that perverse way in which true Brits often manage to find triumph in disaster, mid-Yorkshire police force have become proud of him. So, continued DL, question is, how to find out if Hector really saw a gun or not? Well, mused Pascoe, I suppose we could expose him and see if he got shot. Brilliant, said DL. Hector? For God's sake, I was joking, exclaimed Pascoe, as the lanky constable began to crawl towards them. I could do with a laugh, said DL, smiling like a rusty radiator grill. Hector, lad, what fettle, I've got a job for you. Sir? Said Hector hesitantly. Pascoe wished he could feel that the hesitation demonstrated suspicion of the fat man's intent, but he knew from experience it was the constable's natural response to most forms of address, from hello to help, I'm drowning. Prime it as much as you liked, the mighty engine of Hector's mind always started cold. Here, lad, all this hanging around's fair clem me. You know Pat's Pantry in Station Square? Never closes, doesn't Pat? Pop round and get me 2 mutton pasties and an almond slice, and a custard tart for Mr. Pascoe. It's his favourite. Yes, sir, said Hector, but showed no sign of moving. What are you waiting for? Asked DL. Money up front, is that it? What happened to trust? All right, Mr. Pascoe will pay you. I can't be standing tret every time. Every 10th time would be nice, thought Pascoe, as he put 2 £1 coins onto Hector's sweaty palm, where they lay like a dead man's eyes. But, sir, what about... him? Muttered Hector, his gaze flicking to number 3. Poor sod's terrified of being shot, thought Pascoe. Him? Said DL. That's what I like about you, Hector. Always thinking about other people. He stood up once more with the bullhorn. You, in the house. We're just sending off to Pat's Pantry for some grub, and my lad wants to know if there's out you'd fancy. Pasty, maybe? Well, they do grand Eccles cakes. He listened, then sat down again. I don't think he wants out. But a nice thought. Does you credit? No, sir, said Hector, fear making him bold. What I meant was, if he sees me moving and thinks I'm a danger... Eh? Oh, I get you. He might take a shot at you. DL scratched his nose.